Remember those days back on the playground at school? Remember how you really wanted to play on the monkey bars, but one of the big kids was already playing there, and you didn't want to barge in or ask if you could join in? Remember how you just stood around watching, hoping the big kid would just leave? Evidently, we are not the only ones who have that problem. In this case, the big kid is a summer tanager, and the other kids are stuck waiting for the tanager to finish up and leave. All the little birds can do is say, "Sure looks like fun. Hope there is some water left when it gets done." What would you get if you painted a cardinal to look like a bunting and gave it a voice like a finch? You'd end up with something that looks like the blue grosbeak. The blue grosbeak nests across much of the southern United States, having expanded northward in recent decades. While broadly distributed, they are not often seen, usually preferring to stay in the thickets and hedgerows. Outside of the nesting season, they are often found foraging in flocks. It doesn't look like this male is ready to join up with the rest of the group yet, though. Let's face it, it's tough living in the wild. Up every day at the crack of dawn, working hard to find something to eat, always looking over your shoulder to make sure that no one is about to eat you. Every once in a while, you just have to take a me day. Slow down, lie out in the sun, maybe even splash in the water when it gets hot. Spend a little time on your personal grooming. At the end of the day, you may not really look any different on the outside, but hopefully you will find yourself refreshed and ready to take on the world. At least for another day or two. The orchard oriole is the smallest of our orioles. Unlike the other orioles, the male is not marked with bright yellow or flame orange, but is black and chestnut or russet colored. The females and juveniles are olive green above and are bright yellow below, though the adult female will have the same white wing bars as the male. Orchard orioles are early migrants, arriving in early spring and heading south again beginning in late July. During the nesting season, their diet is almost exclusively insects and spiders. The rest of the year, their diet includes fruit, nectar, and seeds. While they appear to be doing well in the northern part of their range, the breeding population in Texas is estimated to be only 10% of what it was in 1966. So, you're having a little get-together for just you and a couple of your friends. You're just hanging out at the swimming hole and catching a few rays. Out of nowhere, some loudmouth starts telling everybody in the neighborhood that there's a party going on. Next thing you know, the swimming hole is full of strangers and your friends are gone. Oh well, party on. Yeah, I need 2 of the lunch specials with an extra side of fried lizards. Don't forget to get that to go. And I need an extra side of grasshoppers too, okay? This is not the best look, but we are pretty sure that this is a juvenile scrub jay. We don't see them often in our area, even though they are a permanent resident of the Edwards Plateau. As adults, scrub jays have blue head, wings, and tail, while the back and underparts are grayish. Unlike most other jays, they do not have a crest. In unsettled areas, scrub jays tend to be shy and elusive, but in suburban areas, they become fairly tame around feeders. We have already talked about birds in awkward poses and how difficult they can be to identify. Here is another example for you. For the first few seconds, this bird doesn't offer us many clues, other than the proud way that it keeps wagging its tail around. Once it moves to the ground and offers us a profile to go along with the tail shot, and spreads its wing a couple of times, it becomes much more obvious. This is the state bird of Texas, the northern mockingbird. No wonder it is so proud.